Hello, darlings. Adabers hai. Please accept my adab from my left hand today because my right hand is very busy holding the mic. Today's video, as promised, is going to be about all the events leading up to the Didar. So starting with the opening of the Ismiley Center, we know that when Maula Bapa arrived to Houston, he was going to meet the government officials and he was going to do the opening of the Ismiley Center Houston. And he was going to give the Didar to, in Houston and in Dallas. So one of the events was the opening of the Ismiley Center, and we were given this book. It's almost like a pamphlet where it talks about different parts of the Ismiley Center and how it's meant to serve as not only the Jamaat Khana, but also as a place to where we can have conversations and meet with people outside our community. It's a place of peace and love. This pamphlet also talks about the other 6 Ismaili centers that are present today in the world. So this is a really good, pamphlet provided to us, and it's for a keepsake. So I'm going to keep it in my, in my collection here. One of the other things that happened during this time was, leading up to the opening of the Ismiley Center, was that the Jamaat was asked to submit videos of their memories of their childhood Jamaat Khanas. So what had happened was my mom, myself, and my daughter, all 3 of us submitted videos. And luckily 2 of our videos were accepted and they were made part of the official videos that were given out by the Ismiley official Instagram page. I'll link that Instagram page in the description below so you can take a look and see what part of our video was taken in that particular Instagram video from the Ismiley. I will also upload a video of us, like all 3 of us who participated or who submitted the videos to my YouTube channel, so you can see the full video, because the one that was used in the official video was like a small clip of it. Okay, so next up is these Didar reflection journals that were given to kids. There was one that was given to my daughter when she's in 1st grade, and there was one that was given to my son, and she is in the early childhood development center, which is for kids under the age of 3. And luckily, I was part of the team that created these journals, and I had visibility over what was going to be in these journals. So that was something that I was doing before the Didar as well, and I really enjoyed doing it. These journals allowed kids to reflect on all the guidance that has been provided by the Imam so far, their understanding of the Imam and the Imamat, and any memories they wanted to do. This journal actually also, for the 1st graders, had an activity in there where they had to work on a timeline of Imam's life. So when the Imam was born, when he came into Imamat, and all of that stuff. So I absolutely loved this activity, that it was so meaningful. It was a learning experience for kids. Like here is the timeline, if you can see. So this provided them opportunity to sort of reflect on the fact that they have a new Imam, what that means for them, what they think about the previous Imam, Maulana Shah Karim al-Husseini, it just was something that really made my heart happy. So I don't know what else to say about it. It makes me so emotional to just to remember that experience of working on this journal with the kids. Let me just cover one more point here on the journals. For the one that was provided to ECDC for my son, it has an area where it gives you a calendar where you could record what happened on each of these days. And I'm working on filling up that calendar, because literally 3 weeks, at least 3, if not 4 weeks before the Didar, we were doing something or the other. We were attending Jamaat Khana regularly for either intizari programs, shukrana programs, or dance practices, or events like bringing food to Jamaat Khana to share with the Jamaat. and all of that. So I'll cover some of that in this video, but I'll be filling up this journal with that particular part of the calendar, and basically I will keep it for my memory. One of the other things that happened before the Didar was auditions. Sorry for the long pause there. Auditions. I auditioned for reading this time, which I didn't get anywhere with that. But in the previous Didars, I've auditioned for Ginan, which is my thing. But unfortunately, I've never made it through. So this time I thought I'll do something different and I'll try reading. I still didn't make it, but the experience of going for the auditions was amazing. There was just a sense of love, and the whole Jamaat was feeling together, and I had to go to another Jamaat Khana for the audition because there were none happening in my own Jamaat Khana. But it was just really nice to like meet new people in that Jamaat Khana, and the ambience of sort of, you go in, you get in the lines are so long, and then you see outside and people are dancing and as they're celebrating, and people are doing their own thing everywhere, and then you're in the line waiting for your turn, then then it's your turn, you go check in, you wait, and then you show up for the auditions, and auditions seem to be very fair too. As you walked into the room, there was like a little curtain there, and there were people, the judges were sitting behind the curtains, and you couldn't see who was there. And I remember that as I started my audition, I could only hear one voice, but as I finished it, I heard two people say thank you to me. I was like, oh, come on, okay, those are two different voices. So that was kind of like, woo, there are more than two people behind this curtain, and somebody told me there were actually three people in most cases behind the curtain. So that was kind of good to know. I'm going to share that this was my lanyard, and it says English readout, and my number was 337, and just a great experience with that as well. So moving on, one of the next things that happened was the Mehndi program and the Mamero program, which is basically, Mehndi and some, dry fruits and lights were taken from one side of Jamaat Khan and brought into the other. And basically the concept being just welcoming the Imam with love. And so part of that program, we received this. It says Badramri Mubarak. So that was kind of nice. Other than that, we received this form called Nia form. Nia, it's not a form, it's like a little card which you could fill in with your niyat or whatever you think you want to do as good thoughts, or you know what I mean by niyat, right? Like just to put out some good intentions out there as to what you would do. Hold on one second, please. So this is what the card looks like, and it also gave us some examples of what types of niyats you could do. You could support a family in need. You could be a uniformed or non-uniformed volunteer, and be of service and support to the Jamaat and that type of stuff. So I felt this was really special as well, and I'll keep this safe with me as well. One of the other programs that happened during the intizar or before the Didar was there was something called Our Jamaat, Our Story program, in which we had to talk about our own Jamaat Khana and the opening of the Ismiley Center and what that means to us. I was the MC for that program, but I don't have any pictures or videos because that program had to happen inside the prayer hall, which we're not allowed to take pictures. But it was a really good experience because I got to engage with the Jamaat at that point. On the same day, we had more programs going on, in which one of the things was that we received this bookmark. This is a really pretty bookmark. If you can see here, it says USA Visit. We received this memorabilia box, which I haven't opened yet, but I will open it and share it with you guys as well. Oh, I forgot to share this. These are bangles that my daughter received during the Mamero program. They had a really nice stall there with dandiyas and bangles, and I'll see if I can share pictures here, and if not pictures, I'll link all the videos that I had taken during the time, in the description, so you can see. One of the other things that happened was we were given this card to decorate with as the with your family, and this like frame. And this frame holds this card, and my daughter colored this, and I can color the other side, and we can keep it. So this one also was one of the activities, and I'm loving it. So I'm gonna keep it. I'm probably gonna make a section in my house and display it. We also picked up our parking ticket. I have a piece of that with me right here. During that time, every moment leading up to the Didar was very special, as you can tell, because I have all of these things with me. One of the days we picked up our Didar cards, and I have my Didar card still here with me. And I am in love with this, so I'm going to keep this as well, as long as my heart desires. And almost last, it's the second last, but not the least, that I have to share, is that on the night before the Didar, I was asked if I wanted to say Ginan in Jamaat Khana. And I was so happy because the Ginan was Ya Ali Khoob Majalis, Ya Ali Khoob so I mean, I am in love with this Ginan. And this Ginan also basically talks about how Shah, Shah Kareem ke mukh mein se nikla, that Shah Rahim wali. So it's a very touching Ginan, the words of this Ginan. And it basically talks about how the Imamate, has been passed over to the next Imam. And so that was also very special. One of the things I forgot to mention is for the kids, I mentioned that we had dances. So I danced, I participated in the dance program, dance tableau, and so did my daughter. We don't really have videos of it, like proper videos of it. There are some, and that are on my channel, but for my daughter, we couldn't really take a proper video for different reasons, but we participated in dances as well. And one of the things that happened for REC program, which is a religious education center program, is that kids had to bring a dish from their home, and they had to talk about that dish, and they had to share that dish with the rest of the Jamaat. So my daughter participated. I'll see if I can attach a picture over here. And in that, basically, her grandma had made lal aloo for that activity, and she spoke very well. She was very clear in her speech. And she remembered all her points, and that was kind of nice. So that was one of the activities that happened. Okay, and one of the other things that I would like to share is this activity book that the kids got during the Didar itself, on the day of the Didar. And my daughter did all of this here. So this is also good memory that I'll keep for myself. And let me see if I've covered all my points. Oh, one of the things that happened was also the Imam's birthday. So this was our new Imam, and it was his first birthday that we were celebrating as a Jamaat, as the Imam. And so that was very special. And I remember the Jamaat, just dancing away in happiness, especially with the knowledge that the Didar was going to happen. So that was very nice. What I love about, my community, or this culture that I belong to, is that we have a strong emphasis on the balance between deen and dunya. That's what our Imam teaches us as well. And so that's why, how I see it is that all the programs leading up to the Didar were depictive of that. There was a lot of dancing and a lot of prayers. So it was a mix of both. Alhamdulillah. With that being said, I'm going to close this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.